All right, y'all. So today I'm here with a solo video. Hold on, let me turn this lamp on. There we go. This is a little better. Today I'm here with a solo video. It's gonna be just me. I am probably the biggest NBA draft nerd on the podcast, and I love NBA draft. Love watching college players. I love like projecting them to the NBA. I love like going over their weaknesses, giving them comparisons, stuff like that. So I'm gonna do a mock draft today. This is the second mock draft we doing on the channel. We probably gonna do another one with everybody on there, but been everybody been busy, so it's been hard to get everybody on there. But I'm gonna do one today. Um, yeah, in college basketball, Kentucky's my favorite team. And I love how they always like prioritize getting their people to the NBA, making sure like they have the best NBA players in general. So that's why I always love Kentucky, not for what they do in college basketball, but for how they players translate to the NBA. So this this draft class is pretty. I want to say it's pretty deep. A lot of people say it's top heavy, like after Wimby, Brandon Miller, and Scoot. It's a drop off. I don't believe that. I think it has some very good players throughout the entirety of the draft. Last night was a draft lottery, and so we got the official draft. Order. Spurs got the first pick, so they're gonna obviously be selecting Wimby first overall. I think that's unanimous. Like that's a no brainer. So yeah, man, the draft lottery was exciting yesterday. I was excited to watch that, bro. It was crazy. I know Detroit slipped all the way to 5 after having the worst record in the NBA. That had to hurt as the Detroit fan. But I want to we can get ready and start the draft right now. So with the first pick, obviously, the Spurs are going to draft Victor Wembanyama with the first pick. It's pretty straightforward. I mean, this man is probably the best prospect, the best prospect since LeBron James. Some people are arguing right now. I don't know Richard Jefferson has said it, and other people in NBA world has said this is the best prospect ever. I wouldn't say that. I think LeBron was much more hyped coming in. I think he had a more complete game. I think Wemby, um, he's a center or a power forward, so you're not asking him to play make, but LeBron can literally do everything on the court. So when we talk about comparing prospects, I'm gonna have to give LeBron an edge, and that's not because he's my favorite player. It's just I feel like he's a more complete player, um, especially with the hype. He was a Hall of Fame plus player coming out of high school. At 19 years old, he was in the NBA already, dominating against grown men. And Victor was dominating again this year against probably the third best league in the world because he's not even playing. He wasn't playing in the best Euro league or like best league overseas. Um, he was not. He wasn't even playing. He was playing like once a week over there. So it wasn't the hardest league, but he was dominant. When he came over here against G League Ignite, he was dominant. Um, he's a really unique prospect, probably the most unique prospect that's ever been in the NBA. He can shoot, he can rim protect, he can put the ball on the floor. He's 7'5" with an 8 feet wingspan. Like it's crazy to see. So his potential is all time great level potential. And he has a lot to, um, he has a fill in the shoes of Tim Duncan, David Robinson. So he has a lot of work to do. I'm glad he's going to the Spurs. I think Coach Pop can do a great job with him, especially with that track record with international players and big men, like I said. So this is an obvious pick. I don't want to harp too much on Victor coming in at number 1 in the lottery. It's gonna get interesting though. At 2, it gets interesting for me. Um, I see some people pushing Scoot right here. Scoot is the second best prospect in his class, like regardless of team fit stuff like that. Generational, a nearly generational prospect like Victor, one of the best point guard prospects we've seen in the last 15 years. What he's doing against grown men at his age. At 17, he was good. At 18, this year he was even better. Got a lot more efficient from 3. Developed that mid-range game. He's crafty. He doesn't rely on his athleticism, but he has a lot of athleticism, but he doesn't rely on it to get to the basket. He has a great floater package, a finishing package around the rim. He just needs to work on his shooting, and then he has a defensive potential, but he has to obviously tone that in going into the NBA. So if he uses traits and his physical tools, he'll be one of the best point guards in the league, one of the best players in the league. So his potential is out off the charts. But that's not who I'm going to select at 2. I think I don't know. I feel like the Scoot and LaMelo fit is kind of weird. I don't like Scoot off the ball because he's like not that good of a 3-point shooter yet. And I think LaMelo is obviously a great 3-point shooter. Well, I wouldn't say great. He's a good 3-point shooter. I think he shot like 37% this year on a pretty high clip. But we haven't seen we've seen LaMelo all ball a little bit. He's a great spiral shooter, but I think LaMelo is the most effective with the ball in his hands, and I want to keep him as my point guard. You also get the size of my. I'm just gonna say it. I'm selecting Brandon Miller at 2. With Brandon Miller, you get the size at that wing position. the scoring ability. He improved as putting the ball on the floor more this year at Alabama. He improved on getting to the rim and finishing through contact. I think that's still a struggle for him. Finishing through contact. He takes some really bad shots. I mean, his shot selection is pretty poor, but that's pretty standard for rookies and freshmen in colleges. So, but he has all the traits and tools to be a great two-sided player. I think he's been compared to like Paul George. That's been his main comparison, Paul George and Brandon Ingram. I think both of those players are a little more crafty with the ball in their hands. So if he can develop that, I think he can live up to those type of comps. But this man's a pure bucket. He's a great shooter. He's a great scorer in general. He's 6'9", can shoot over defenders. He has the defensive tools, but if he's not locked in, he won't be a good defender. But he has the tools, the wingspan, the foot speed to be a good defender in the NBA. So I'm gonna go with Brandon Miller at 2. I think that's the best fit for Charlotte. I think that's what they will do, even though some of their friends are calling for them to draft Scoot. Now at number 3, I'm gonna go Scoot. I mean, he's not only is he arguably the best player available, I think that it's time for the Portland Trailblazers to actually start this rebuild. I saw some reports come out today that they're trying to trade this pick right here to get to build a championship roster around Dame, and they've been saying that for like the last 6 years and have not done that at once ever. So I don't know who they could even trade for the third pick that's gonna have them like in championship contention. You would need like a mega superstar, and the mega superstar is not going for the third pick, like because you don't even know what these players are going to be coming up. So I think they should trade Dame and start that rebuild with Scoot, Anthony Simons, and Shaedon Sharpe. Now Scoot and Shaedon Sharpe, that's an interesting fit, but I think Anthony Simons is naturally just a 2 guard. I think he can play that 2 guard position off the ball. He's a very good shooter. I think he can play off the ball. Scoot going downhill and creating for him and Shaedon Sharpe. Those 2 people are both great shooters, and so I think he can create for them and then put pressure on the rim. And that'd be a great start to the rebuild, getting Scoot Henderson. So I'm going ahead draft. Let me see. Hold on. I'm going ahead draft Scoot Henderson at 3 to the Portland Trailblazers. All right, next up, I think pretty easy pick. The Rockets are going to take Amen Thompson, best player available. Amen Thompson, probably, he could. I can see Amen going as high as 2 in this draft because there's no real weaknesses in his game besides his jump shot. I think he does need to improve on his jump shot, but I think he can make it. He just needs to. He has to they're gonna have to hire a shooting coach because his mechanics are terrible. He doesn't get enough lift. He seems really stiff when he shoots. Besides that, he can do everything on the basketball court: rebound, play make, defend. He puts a lot of pressure on the rim. Very athletic. So 6'7" point guard. Is very unicorn like unique. It's coming less common in the NBA right now, but a couple years ago he can be a number 1 pick in a lot of drafts. So I love Amen Thompson game. He just got to improve that jump shot. But that's really it though. I don't know, the fit is kind of weird. I think he would have to play point guard. I think they would have to put KBJ probably on the bench and then have Amen Thompson at the point, Jalen Green at the 2, 3 probably Tari Eason, 4 Jabari, and then 5 Sengun. Sengun and Amen Thompson is a weird fit because both of them can't really shoot. But Amen Thompson, I think he's gonna be a great cutter, a great finisher. So I think it's possible they can still run the offense through Sengun, which I think is the best option for the Rockets going forward. When they ran the offense through Sengun, they had some success this year, and I think Steven Silas should have done more to that, which he did not do, and that's why he was fired, amongst other reasons. But yeah, this would be another addition to the rebuild, just another addition to the load of talent that they already have on the Rockets, and I hope they get some veterans over there to guide these young players and also get some depth on that bench because they have so much talent right now. It's like so hard to develop all of them at one time. So they're going to probably make some trades, let some people go. It's going to be interesting to see what they do with Ime coming into the season next year. Ooh, shoot. All right. At number 5, I think it's 2 options right here: Ausar Thompson and Cam Whitmore. Cam Whitmore is a 3-and-D guy that can space the floor and would be a great option for the Pistons at the 3 spot. Spacing the floor, defending, and that's a lot what they need in the absence of Saddiq Bey, who was supposed to be like that 3-and-D guy for them, but he got traded to Atlanta. So I think that's a good option. Putting Cam Whitmore at the 3, but that's not even what I want to do. I'm going to take Ausar, Amen's brother. Very high ceiling. He can do everything on the court, just like they're very similar prospects. But I would say Amen's a better playmaker. Both of them are great on defense and very athletic. I think Arceau's a better shooter than Amen, which can bode well. He's a better shot creator than Amen. He has a decent mid range, a decent 3-point shot that can continue. You can continue to develop that in the NBA. I think you stick him at small forward. Have you probably put Cade at the 1, Ivy at the 2, Arceau at the 3. Then they still need a 4. I think Durant is a 5. Probably Bogdan. Put him at the 4. I think that's he's a great defender as well. Very versatile. So I wouldn't be mad at either one of these options. I like Cam. I like Osur. I think Cam has a very high ceiling. I think Osur got a very high ceiling as well. But I'm gonna go Osur for the. I think his ceiling is a little bit higher than Cam's. So that's I'm gonna take 5th overall pick. Osur Thompson. This uniform is hard, bro. This uniform is hard. All right, so now obviously Cam is probably gonna be the pick here, but I think it's a weird fit. I don't know because they have so they're I want to say their 1 is Markel Fultz, their 2 is Gary Harris, and then their 3 is Franz, Paulo, and then Wendell. Let me make sure. Let me look at the Magic roster real quick. Let me go look at their depth charts. See what they actually need at this moment in time. I have 2 lottery picks, which is going to be interesting for them. They might have to trade one of those. Magic depth chart. Let's see how they come in, man. Okay, so yeah, like I said, Markel, Gary, Franz, Paulo. So Cam is a small forward. I don't really think they need a small forward. I possibly think Cam can go 5 and then also go 6. That'd be the perfect spot. That would actually be the perfect thing because I feel like then you can slide Archer at that too. That'd be perfect. That'd be perfect. I wish I would have just did that, but in hindsight, I can't change it. So I think Cam will go here. I think Cam won't go past 6. But they obviously need a shooting guard. I feel like Gary Harris is not the answer, so I probably will go Osor here at 6 instead of 5. But I already did it. Can't change it. So I'm gonna go Cam here, 6'7", 3-and-D. He can space the floor. NBA ready body. Gonna be a great defender, and just add to that already good Magic defense. And number 7, this is where it's getting interesting. I think this is gonna be Jarris Walker. I'm not gonna try to go like the actual like list of where Fanspo got these players. This is an NBA official depth chart as well. But Jarris Walker is clearly the pick here. I think he could arguably be a top 5 pick in his draft, but he has a talent. He has a defensive capability. He's a great defender. Great athlete. You know what I'm saying? He can knock down a 3. So Jarris Walker, great prospect. Had a great freshman year at Houston. So I think this is obviously the pick right here for the Pacers. They need that presence with Miles Turner down there at the 5. I don't know how long I feel like he's in trade rumors every single year, bro. So I'm sad for the Pacers because you could tell visibly that they wanted to get higher than a 7th pick, and I think Tyrese Halliburton was there yesterday, and he was. I don't think he was happy, bro. So that starting lineup is Tyrese Halliburton, Andrew Nembhard, Buddy Hield, Aaron Nesmith. So yeah, you could stick Jarris Walker right there at the 4. He's a better option at the 4 than Aaron Nesmith. Aaron Nesmith, my bad. So I'm gonna draft Jarris Walker at the. He's very young too, super young. One of the youngest players in this draft class. Draft him at 7. At number 8, they obviously need a point guard. I'm not gonna lie, because they got Johnny Davis last year. He did not work out. It seems like that was a botch pick in his first year. I know it's a little pretty early to say that. Let me move this back a little bit. I know that's pretty early to say that, but I don't think Johnny Davis is the answer for them. I'm gonna go with Anthony Black, who's probably the best point guard besides Amin Thompson in this draft class. Oh, Amin Thompson in school. I think Anthony Black's he's a combo guard though. He can play the 1 or the 2. He needs to develop that jump shot, but he's a great attacking the rim. He's really crafty around the rim. A great defender, a great facilitator. So he's a really complete player. Just gotta get that jump shot, and I feel like he can be more aggressive as a scoring option as well. I didn't see a lot of that at Arkansas this year. At some games he was not aggressive, but he's playing with Nick Smith, who's a scorer, and he just he's a great facilitator, great defender. I love Anthony Black's game. I think that would be a great option for the Wizards. I don't know what direction that team is going in, but they need to figure it out. They're going to draft Anthony Black, though, to get that read with 6'7", bro. You know, a lot of big guards in this draft class. All right, at number 9. Now, number 9, I really think Utah can go in a lot of directions right here because they need a guard. They need a guard, and right now they got Laurie, who had a breakout season this year. Got Kelly Olynyk, got Walker Kessler. So I think they got Laurie at the 3, Walker Kessler at the 5, and Kelly at the 4. So they really need this, like, they need either a point guard or a shooting guard. I see Grady Dick here as a scoring option. He's a great shooter. But I would like them to get some more defense, some more playmaking. I'm going to go with the guard here. I know I've seen some mocks with Grady Dick as going number 9 to Utah. Let me take a peek at the Utah Jazz's depth chart real quick. Yeah, so Colin Sexton, not too high on him. Jordan Clarkson, he started, but he should be coming off the bench. I got Ochai Abaji. It was a pretty good player in my eyes. Taylor Horton Tucker coming off the bench. Rudy Gay. I'm going to take Cason Wallace here. I think he's another point guard that's great at defending. He's a great shooter, a great playmaker as well. I think he could become a better scorer, though, but they don't really need him to do that. They just need him to defend, play make, and you know, knock down his open shots. So I'm going to take – they have him at 12 here. I think that's a better option for the Jazz than Grady Dick. I'm going to take Cason Wallace with the 9th overall pick to the Utah Jazz. And then at number 10, if the Dallas Mavericks don't trade this pick, I think they should take Taylor Hendricks. Taylor Hendricks is a versatile power forward who has a great defensive upside. He's very athletic. He hit a 3 in college, but it was kind of inefficient. Like he had some games where he was very hot. Some games he was very cold. He needs to grow as a shooter, but he's a super athletic freak. Like he's a very they need defense. The Mavericks need defense, especially at the center position. They need some perimeter D as well, but I think he's gonna be very like switchable. I think he's gonna be able to guard some guards on the perimeter. So very good defensive prospect, very athletic. Another lob threat for Luka as well, and he can also knock down a 3. So I'm gonna draft Taylor Hendricks with the 10th overall pick to the Dallas Mavericks. Number 11, this is the Magic via the Bulls. Man, that's so sad. The Bulls can get if they suck this year and could get a first round pick, but they did that. That's what you get for trading Vooch, man. Trading for Vooch, I want to say. So, I think since I took a sword. Wait, no, I did not. Who did I take? Oh, I took I took Cam. I took Cam number 6, right? Cam Whitmore at number 6, and then I got number 11. If they don't trade this pick, it's pretty interesting to see what they would do with it because right here I like Nick Smith. Grady Dick would be a decent option to get some floor spacing for them. But then, so what will they start on to be? Maybe Grady Dick can come off the bench. But I think he has a potential to be a star in this league. Well, not a star, but a very good player. Because he has underrated athleticism, a very good jump shot, a very good scorer. He can, improve as a playmaker and improve as a ball handler. But he's very underrated as an athlete, I feel like. We look for what to do the Jazz. I mean, what do the Magic really need? Because they have a pretty good starting 5 for me. I like their starting 5. I like what they got in Paolo. I think Paolo and friends are going to continue to develop in the coming years. But I mean, they can get but I think Cam will probably go at the shooting guard if I draft him. But I think Grady Dick is like a shooting guard, small forward type. I wouldn't be mad though if they got another point guard maybe off the bench. They got Cole Anthony, Jalen Suggs. They got a whole bunch of guards and a whole bunch of guards. Dear God, man. I'm going to take Nick Smith. I'm biased because Nick Smith is one of my favorite prospects in the entire draft class. He's inefficient to say the least. He's inefficient. He has a terrible shot selection, but he does navigate this pick and roll really well. He has a great floater, great mid-range game, but he just takes it too much instead of just getting to the basket. He needs to work on eventually through contact, getting to the basket a little more. He needs to be more. He's very turnover prone. He's lower them turnovers. Needs to become a better playmaker in general. But he has some decent lob passes, some decent skip passes and stuff like that. But he has some tunnel vision as well. He telegraphs his passes a lot. But I think he gets effort on defense. Not really good defender, but he has the traits and the tools to be competent on the defense end. But this man is a I want to say he's like a streaky scorer. He's a microwave scorer. When he gets going, he is going, and he's underrated athletically as well. So I love Nick Smith at number 11 for the Magic. Now at number 12, this is a weird spot because what do the OKC Thunder really need? I would love for them to get Taylor Hendricks at the 4, or at the 4, but um, I mean they have a pretty shot. They need like a rim protector. They would have got like if it was some great rim protectors in this class, I would have took them here. But like one of the biggest best ones is like Derek Lively, who was way later in the draft. I think I could look at them trading this pick and drafting later, but I don't know who they take because they have Giddy at the point, Shea at the 2, really 3 at Jalen Williams, and then well, actually they have Lou Dort starting. Lou Dort. So what about Giddy, Shea, Grady Dick, Jalen Williams, Giddy, Shea? They still need a 4. They need a. Oh well, Chet. Okay, cool. What about? I'm just thinking about this lineup in my head. Shea, Giddy, Grady Dick, Jalen Williams, and Chet. I feel like that'd be pretty smooth. They do need like a. I think Jalen Williams can play the 4. I guess. I mean he's like 6'8". He's a very good defender. I don't know. They would be switching a lot of stuff. They would be switching a lot of stuff. That'd be versatile lineup. I don't know, man. I'm gonna go Grady Dick at 10 because I can't let him slip anymore. I mean at 12, my bad. Can't let him slip anymore. And then number 13, we have the Raptors. The Raptors. Okay, cool. So the Raptors are probably gonna trade for Van Fleet. I can look at them getting a shooting guard, point guard right here. They probably gonna trade for Van Fleet. I think the Raptors need to go into rebuild. They need to go ahead and blow it up and go ahead and build around some of that young talent with Scotty Barnes and whoever they select in this draft. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like they need to go ahead probably trade OG. Well, they probably keep OG and Scotty, and then draft somebody this year. OG has some crazy trade value though. They need to get rid of Fred VanVleet, Pascal, small forward. But I know I'm going to take care because he's one of my favorite prospects in the entire draft. I'm going to select, and then with a 13th overall pick, I'm going to select Keontae George. This man, Keontae George, man. You look at it, you can see it right here, 37.6% from the field. He's very, very, very inefficient. But he was a freshman. Gotta give him some slack, but he's a very good 3-point shooter, especially spot up 3-point shooter. He all he needs to do is try to improve his playmaking, try to improve his passing. He's very he telegraphs a lot of his passes. But he has the tools to be great defensively. He can take the basket and play over the rim. He has a very good mid-range shot as well. I love Keontae George as a prospect. Nick Smith and Keontae George are my guys as far as guard positions. And Anthony Black as well. I like him too. So I love the point guards in this draft class. They got him at shooting guard, but I think he's really more of a combo. I can see him playing it too, but he's only like 6'4", so he can play the 1-2, but he just need to be a lot better playmaker. But it'll be interesting to see what they do over there in Toronto. If they do draft Keontae George. That's my pick at 13 for the Raptors. I love Keontae George. I love what he brings to the basketball court, especially as a shooter and as a scorer. But he needs to clean up that efficiency though. So at the 14th, the last pick of this lottery, the Pelicans have some options here, because they don't really need small. They don't really need like small forward. They have. So I think they probably should go point guard again because I don't know about Dyson Daniels. Dyson Daniels. Damn, my bad. I was reading the text. Pelicans are an interesting situation, man. Because what do they really need? I feel like they have a decent roster. They need to do some retooling. They got Trey Murphy, who is a shooting guard. I think he should probably start, but you can push him to the 3. Then they got Herbert Jones at the 4. Then Jonas Valanciunas. They need a better option than Jonas Valanciunas. They really need like a rim protector to actually like. If they got someone like Brook Lopez, that'd be cool. But you got to factor Zion in at the 4. So Zion will be at 4. Brandon Ingram. It's so crazy. I'm looking at the depth chart and it's like you don't even think about Zion Williamson because he hasn't played in so long. Zion Williamson at the 4, Brandon Ingram at the 3, shooting guard Trey Murphy. So they really need a point guard because basically their point guard was essentially CJ McCollum. I can see them going now. Bro, I know what I'm gonna do. One of my favorite point guards in his draft class, Jalen Hood Shafino at 14 to the Pelicans. Now he could probably go to the Raptors. That would have been an interesting fit too. I think he's between like 14 and 13, 14 and 15 on a lot of mock drafts. Even going as low as like 16. I can see that. But Jalen Hillis, he's very efficient in the mid range. His pick and roll, like his ability to read the pick and roll is uncanny. When I'm watching his film this year, it was crazy what he read the pick and roll. It's like, bro, he was kind of turnover prone too. But a lot of these college freshman point guards are going to be like that. But he needs to work on his 3-point shot. That's the only hole in his game. He does compete defensively, which I love. He's a pretty good playmaker. Like if he has the option to hit you in the pick and roll with a nice little pass, he's going to do it. He's very great. He's very, very good in the mid range though. He has a very technically sound game. It's pretty fun to watch. He's very crafty around the rim. He has like a lot of stop and go movements. I love watching Jalen Hood Shafino. One of my guys put me on him, and every time I watch his tape, I love Jalen Hood. So they need a point guard. They need more of a playmaker, but Jalen Hood can play make. As long as he like improves his 3-point shot, which I think he can. He has a very good form. He just needs to get his touch right and stuff like that, and just work on his game this summer. I think this would be a decent option for the Pelicans. So that's really gonna do it though. To end my mock draft, my lottery mock draft. We're gonna just go lottery today. We probably do when we get closer to the draft, pick on the full first round. We're gonna do some more mock drafts with the entire podcast. I just wanted to do one. I was very excited to do one after the lottery yesterday. So one got Victor, 2 got Brandon Miller, 3 got Scoot Henderson, 4 got Amen Thompson, 5 got Sawyer Thompson, 6 I got Cam Whitmore, 7 I got Jerice Walker, 8 Anthony Black, Kason Wallace, Taylor Hendricks, Nick Smith, Grady Dick, Kante George, and Jalen Hood Shafino. A lot of guards. I love my guard prospects. But listen, if you have anything like you think I did any pick wrong, something you would change up, let me know in the comments. I need you guys to follow all of the social media links in our bio, and I mean in the description. About to hit 1,000 followers on TikTok. We almost at 230 subscribers on YouTube. Want to get to like by the end of December. I really want to be like 500. I want to grow this summer a lot with this podcast. I'm putting a lot of work in every single day. Trying to create content for you guys, for our fans, for someone that's interested in sports. I love sports. I love basketball. We're gonna have some football content after the NBA finals, but yeah, man. Game 1 of the series last night, my Lakers took the L, but we are gonna be fine, man. I'm excited for the draft. It's in basically a month. Let me know if anything you would change, any comments, anything you would switch up in this mock draft. I'm gonna be out though. Follow all our social medias. Continue to help us grow. Continue to watch and continue to support Latif out, bro.